gun, nigga, like deposit. You don't really brag about it when you know you got it. Real hard to read a nigga hooked on phonics. Say a lot of things and never catch like Sonic. Zone, I'm gone. When I'm in my zone, I get it going, Donkey Kong.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Ready, break.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On play action, Lance. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Give the sack to the Renzo. Just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, that's a down deal, and now they look at 3rd down. That's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be Falcon football. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at the 39-yard line. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll set up to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
They're going to try and throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. From the end zone, here comes Williams. Oh, good return up past the 30. Past midfield. The 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
That was a special return. And it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Let's go.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. To try again after the sack. Lance. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on first down. Incompletion. Look off their left, and they get off the field.
On 3rd and long, it's Lance. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. They'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Man, coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The Falcons had a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. And they come in, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. And he's going to go down again. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4.
Well, how about this? A fistful of sacks already. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. What an incredible start for this defense. If they keep this pace up, they could be looking at an all-time performance.
He'll return it from the 6. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. Lance now on 1st down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Down inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Here's Lance to throw it. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
On second and goal, Lance. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. He's got a man, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. First and 10, it's Patterson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ritter's pass completes to Pitts, and he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
One of the most hyped, talked about prospects that enter the league at tight end. Kyle Pitts certainly delivered and probably exceeded expectations as a rookie. Hit 1,000 yards and ranked 3rd among tight ends and 2nd among all rookies in receiving. Sky, absolutely the limit for this young man. A nice pickup there for a first down.
10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. On first down, going back to Patterson. And he'll be out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he gets in. Touchdown. The sneak successful for the yard out. And the Falcons are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Lance. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, 49ers. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. We'll get 34 yards there. Patterson running between the tackles. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They give them a gain of 37.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to green light that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Okay, ready?
They'll run with Mitchell. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got a man. It's Ferkser, the tight end. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On play action, they'll throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to air one out. And this one is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Falcons take over first down carry at their own 29-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something more out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
On second down, a run with Patterson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 58 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. They'll look to throw here on first down. That's caught left side to the tight end Pitts. They'll give it to Patterson. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the 49ers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. To throw, it's Lance. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
He's been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know,
under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And now off to the races, down the right side. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Gold to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Niners 42, Falcons 14.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Straight ahead, Patterson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. He'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Desmond Ritter with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them,
And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to them.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 41. They're still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team.
And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons are able to cut into that deficit. Coup for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. He's got room at the 30. Down the right sideline.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's in to take it in the other way and try to pull points themselves out of there.
They are now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. They'll run with Patterson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
One more time with Patterson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown. Cordero Patterson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating that defense. And guess what? They're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Here we go.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Mitchell. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 42. 41 yards on the ground for him so far. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And the Falcons are right back in this football game. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Oh, they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Looking to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. This will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. He has a first down. That catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
Ready, set.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Second and 14. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The sack by Jordan Willis.
Here we go.
Ritter and the Falcons need an answer and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. And the Niners are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
That play doomed from the start thanks to the defensive effort of Grady Jarrett. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game. That's it. That's what you want. A straight ahead positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
This is a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. Now the ball comes loose, and the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
That takeaway, partner, right there, I think it's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now Gold for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Niners 49, Falcons 31.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We'll we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within. And now here is another interception. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for it. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, a 24-yard touchdown. And the 49ers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Gold with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spot from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. Then he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to... And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Elijah Mitchell with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. Gould able to tack on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now a play fake. Lance. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Gould to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but And now here is another interception. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
Down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Field flat. Man, red. Field blue. Step up.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Here we go, Jack.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
From the gun, it's Lance. He's got the hook up to McLeod. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. And Lance now to throw. And it's caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the offense out there for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Back to throw here. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Throwing on second and long. Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Well, the Falcons going to use another timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation,
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there for the Niners. 42 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Lance. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. They'll go again with Patterson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Niners, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.
Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, a long true to you. Renaissance starter, my mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth